Hey guys, and welcome to Mommy Minute with Wendy. I'm here. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy McKenna. I am a pediatric physical therapist. I've been doing this for about 18 years now. I'm also a mommy of 3 awesome kiddos. I have, an almost 12-year-old, an almost 10-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And so I've done this professionally and personally for the last 18 some odd years and studied for it before that. And today is Tummy Time Tuesday. Here's my youngest one coming up right now. You want to come hang with me? Okay, so today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the most, hi Rachel, the most popular baby gear of 2018. And in my Facebook post, I say, uh-oh, because of this, because 2 of the top 5 things are strollers that are specifically built to put the car seat in. And I say uh-oh because parents just don't have all of the information about car seats. So here we go. Car seats save babies from getting seriously injured in a car crash. That's it. They keep them from moving very successfully. And in this top 5 Google search that I did, one of the things that they said about one of the car seats, how great it was, is that at the push of one button, it turns from a car seat into a stroller and your baby can stay asleep in it. So it's things like this that really give a lot of just calm and, coziness to us parents, because of course we want our babies to sleep. Of course we do. Like, they need to sleep and we need to sleep. And so when it's so easy to say, oh my gosh, yep, they fall asleep in the car, you add a press of a button, you get to put them in a stroller, you think it's safe. And here's the thing that they're not telling you. The car seat is the least safe place that baby can be, period, awake or asleep. The only thing it is designed for is to keep your baby safe in a car crash, nothing else. Your baby's oxygen levels are lower in their blood in a car seat than anywhere else. They are also, the saturation levels go down in the car seat because baby cannot move. They also are in a position that does not allow them to breathe most efficiently. And so when your baby falls asleep, and many of them do, loll their head forward like this. I know with all 3 of mine in the back seat, I was always reaching back, thinking I was going to get into a car crash doing it, trying to flick their heads back up again because they kept rolling back down. Well, what happens when a baby's head rolls down like this is that they narrow their airway. And then they have to actually work harder because they are diaphragmatic breathers, especially in the first 3 or 4 months. And so now you've put extra weight on their diaphragm and extra pressure, so it's harder for them to breathe. And so, more babies have gotten into trouble. This is why if your baby's ever in the NICU, if your baby was born preemie or they had to be in the NICU, before they will ever discharge you, they do a car seat test. Because in the NICU, they understand that the car seat is the most stressful place for baby to be. It's the hardest place for them to breathe. And for me as a mom, I was more anxious about them being in the car seat than anywhere else. So a lot of our anxieties are, I know, he's so funny. A lot of our anxieties are misplaced. We think that tummy time is this like really scary place to be and that you have to watch them all the time, but really it's the car seat. Yet we leave our babies in the car seat. Obviously we're in the car, but we transfer them out of the car and in their car seat all the time. And we just think that they're safe. And the same can be said for other baby gear, whether it's a Mamaroo or a swing or a Johnny Jump Up or a Bumbo. these things often don't come with warnings of, make sure you're watching them at all times, because you assume that they're safe because they're supported and they're strapped in, but in reality, what ends up happening is that they are put in positions that they themselves cannot get to, which means that they do not yet have the postural control to handle that position. And so it puts stress and strain on their postural control system. It puts stress and strain on their breathing system, because all of the posture muscles are also breathing muscles, all of them. So when your baby is on the floor, whether it's on their back, on their tummy, on their side, or all the degrees in between, they are the most supported. And when they have the most support, it's easiest for them to breathe. Now, all the blogs and all of the, information, and even from the medical people in your life, are going to tell you when baby's in tummy, make sure you supervise them at all times, which basically puts the fear of God into you, because we've already been told that SIDS is out there, and if you don't put your baby on their back to sleep, that they're going to end up dying, right? And so we automatically assume that this tummy down position or the sideline position is this really scary place for them to be. Well, it's not scary as long as you set up the environment in a safe way. And so if you have extra questions about what that looks like, go ahead and ask me. Oops, don't do that, baby. But what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to the way that baby needs to be supported, like, the floor is actually the safest place for them to be, whether they're on their back, or their side, or their tummy. And really, the key is for the tummy is just not to have them on a surface that's soft enough for them to sink into, or on a surface. Can you please not touch that? You know why? If you touch that, it could turn off. And that would be sad, because then I would miss all of these awesome people. I know. So, but the baby gear, my favorite baby gear, you guys want to know my favorite baby gear? My favorite baby gear, things to wear your baby, okay? And we'll talk about wearing, actually, maybe we'll talk about wearing baby tomorrow, since we'll have a little bit more time. But for the first 4 months, the Moby wrap. If you are in that newborn to 4 month stage, and you haven't already fallen in love with a baby wearing thing, the Moby wrap is amazing. There is a learning curve to it, but it's so worth it, because baby gets to move. You get to put it in different positions. On your bike? Yeah. Sorry, I just had a little cough. So the Moby wrap, the way that I did it is you put it on in the morning as an accessory. And it's good for 3 ins and outs before it gets too loose that you have to retie it again. But if you try to get to the grocery store or wherever you're going, and you are trying to transfer baby from the car seat into the Moby wrap, and you're trying to put the Moby wrap in the middle of the parking lot, and it's dragging on the ground, and the knots aren't working, you're going to throw the thing in the dumpster. I think my sister actually did. So give yourself a break, try it into the closet, and then once you've got it down, then put it on as an accessory in the morning. After 4 months, I love the Ergo, but the Ergo is now a 360, which allows baby to face you and face out. Face baby towards you all the time. Do not face baby out. I will go into more of that tomorrow, but face baby towards you. So that's one of my number 1 favorite baby gear, is baby wearing. The second one is an amazing floor time mat. It is called the Lily Pad. It's by Nook Sleep Systems, and it literally has it feels like a spring in it. They're like honeycomb air cells in it, so that even if your baby is smashed face down, there's still air exchange happening. It's heavy enough out in its outer shell that even when baby rakes their hands, it doesn't gather around their face. It is soft enough that it can be put on brick, on cement, on wood, on tile, and there's still, even if baby smashes their head down on the ground, you're not going to feel smash. You can lie down next to baby on your side and not feel it in your hip joint, which just feels amazing. But it's not so soft that baby sinks into it. It actually has a bit of a spring, almost an anti-gravity spring, that brings baby up and away from it. And oh my gosh, I would love to say that I have magic hands and I have this magic ability to help babies be amazing, happy tummy timers, but a lot of times it's just the mats. Like, honestly, people come to my classes sometimes and I have all the mats out and they'll put their baby down on the floor on their tummy on the mat. And they think it's just, I don't know, they're like, oh my gosh, this is the best that Alex has ever done today. And it's like, okay, well, I wish I could say it's because you came to my class. Really, it's the mat. But here's the deal. That mat's not in a lot of stores because it's really expensive. And people don't understand what it is because there are no bells and whistles. But once you understand what it does, it's the LilyPad by Nook Sleep Systems. It's the most amazing mat you will ever own. It's the most amazing baby gear that you will ever own. And it's portable. You know, I used it as my bath mat. So when I was taking a shower, finally learned by the time I had my third child that I could shower while the baby was awake. I mean, it was a huge revelation. I also learned that he could carry his own diaper bag as soon as he started walking. So he had his little teeny tiny backpack and 2 diapers and wipes, and he carried his own because I was sick of carrying a diaper bag. Who are you talking about, baby? He's out. I don't know who you're talking about. You're my third one, babe. I'm talking about you. Yeah, he's just now realizing that he had to carry his own bag of diapers. Yes, you carried your own bag of diapers. But again, it took me my third baby. So I want to save you guys the heartache and the pain of like always carrying all this stuff. And as long as it's lightweight and small and it fits, they feel so big because they get to carry their own thing. He actually loved carrying his own diapers, and he would help me unzip it and take the diaper out. And then he had something to play with on the diaper changing table. You know, oh my gosh, this tummy time, day has turned into so many other things. But really, I wanted to talk about gear, and the gear that really makes life easier, and the gear that was going to make a big difference for your life while also making a big difference for your baby's life. And so I wanted to say because please, 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 please leave the car seat in the car. Please leave the car seat in the car. It's so important for your baby to be able to get out of the car seat, which is designed to keep them from moving. It is designed to keep them safe from the front, from the back, and from the sides in a crash. That's it. It is not part of a travel system that clicks in and out of a stroller. And I know I'm going to make some people mad about this because it's so incredibly convenient to be able to click in and out, especially when your baby is asleep. But I'm here to tell you that especially when your baby is asleep, you need to take them out of the car seat when you have the opportunity to do so. Transfer them to someplace else, whether it's on you in a baby wearing gear or in their crib or on the floor on a play mat for the rest of their nap. I know that's going to be hard to hear. I know it. There are other options, and as soon as you start transferring your baby out, they will get used to the transfer. It's going to be a little tricky at first. It's going to be a little bit challenging, especially if they don't go back to sleep right away. But a lot of times, especially if you put them on you to wear them, and it's during the day, nap times are trickier than at night for sure. But if your baby is really not a good napper and they'll sleep on you, have them sleep on you. Don't have them sleep in the car seat, please. Don't have them sleep in a swing, in a mamaroo, in an infant seat. These places are not safe for baby to sleep. They do not provide the support your baby needs for maximum, most efficient, easy breathing, which allows them to sleep more safely, more deeply, and all of that. So the floor is safe. It's really safe. And as long as you set up the environment for it to be safe, nothing's going to fall on baby. They're on a safe surface. You can walk away from them as much as you would walk away from them in any other position. It really is that safe, as long as they are awake. If baby gets frustrated and flustered when they are awake on their tummy, they're going to let you know. And as long as you're within earshot of it, it's fine. You're going to go in. But saving baby from tummy time any faster than saving them from any other position adds anxiety to them about the position. It adds anxiety to you about the position. The position is not unsafe. Let me put it this way. The position is very safe when your baby is awake. Okay? Much love to you all. Mwah! I will see you tomorrow on Wobbly Walker Wednesday, and we will talk about baby gear, especially those baby carriers, and whether or not we want to face in or out. For those of you who are here today, we want to face towards mommy, towards daddy. All right. Bye, guys. See you. Yes, honey. Bye. What? I have to end the video. You want to say bye? Bye.